Here's a simple model for influencing and directing people that you can use right away. Details have been left out to keep the big picture in focus. There are many other models available, and this is just one of them, but it packs quite a punch. Let's get started. Step 1. Set and control the context. Defining and controlling the context is the first and most critical step to being influential. People's decisions are significantly influenced by their emotional experiences and past similar situations. But how? Mindset. People make decisions based on their emotional state and daily experiences. Understanding the mental state of the person in front of you and acting accordingly forms the foundation of the art of influence. The power of words. Use the words you speak and the expressions you choose to influence people. By using words that appeal to emotions, you can leave unforgettable impressions on the mind. Importance of locations. The place you are in greatly shapes your reactions and responses. Think about how differently you behave in a library, a hospital waiting room, a stadium, a McDonald's, or an upscale restaurant. Each place creates a different psychological effect. People around you. The people around you affect your behavior and that of the person you are interacting with. The presence of others leaves subconscious effects on both you and the person you are engaging with. Pay attention to the people around you. Their presence shapes your interactions. Objects in the environment. Everything around you influences your thoughts and feelings. Consider how it feels to stand next to someone reading Time, Newsweek, or Bloomberg Businessweek at a newsstand compared to someone reading Maxim or Esquire. Each situation pulls your mindset in different directions. The power of clothing. Even your clothing carries messages. Every detail triggers thoughts and feelings, altering your internal dynamics. These changes can bring you closer to or further from your goal. Controlling contextual and environmental variables is key to being influential. Everything, absolutely everything, matters and plays a significant role in leading you to success. This is where the first step to being influential begins. Step 2. Define your desired outcome. The second step to being influential is to clearly define the outcome you aim to achieve. So, what is the result you desire? Is it a mutually beneficial relationship with your client or a long-term business partnership? Set a clear goal. Knowing what you want to achieve from your encounter is key to your success. Is your goal a satisfied customer or a loyal friend? I always aim for a productive outcome from a meeting or contract. I seek a value exchange every time. I determine my desired outcome even before saying hello. Mutual benefit. The outcome I aim for is not limited to what I will gain. It also includes what the other party needs or wants. In most cases, I consider what would be most helpful to an individual or a group and plan accordingly to achieve my result. Maintain balance. If I can't provide what the other party wants, I seek nothing outside the agreement. I never attempt to influence someone in situations that would result in imbalance. Selling a value of $1 million for $100 might be a good deal, but if you receive $100,000 for a value of $20,000, you won't sleep well at night. Be transparent. When you walk through the door, be very transparent about both sides of the equation. This way, the person in front of you has no reason to resist. Do a good job and align with their plan so they prefer you again next year. The secret to being influential is to think not only about yourself, but also about the other party. Define your goal and draw a path that provides mutual benefit to reach this goal. Here begins the second step to success. Step 3. Identify and empathize. The third step to being influential is to empathize. If you cannot empathize, you cannot influence the person in front of you. It's no coincidence that most of the people I persuade often become my friends. It is always an outcome I aim for and usually achieve. So how is this possible? Know your customer. I want to know who my customer is, their desires, drives, wants, and motivations. More importantly, I want to understand what they are experiencing in life right now. If they are going through a difficult time, this experience can make them vulnerable and lead to poor decisions. In such cases, it might be better to help them with their current issues and leave business matters for another time unless they insist otherwise. Understand emotional states. Being able to recognize when people are scared, insecure, attached, distant, confused, confident, or in denial is a great advantage in sales and marketing. Using this knowledge at the right times ensures the completion of deals. In some cases, using this information to step back and return at a more suitable time is the best strategy. Build genuine connections. By empathizing, you create a genuine connection with the person in front of you. This allows you to understand their needs and wants, making you a reliable partner. Thus, you become not just a sales representative, but also a trustworthy friend. Empathy is the key to being influential. Understanding the emotional state of the person in front of you helps you take the right steps at the right time. Here begins the third step to successful interaction. Empathize and truly understand the world of the person in front of you. Step 4. Neutralizing resistance and reaction. Resistance and reaction are natural experiences encountered in every communication. Acknowledge their existence and expect them. Neutralize a significant portion of resistance by showcasing your own flaws. I, for one, make fun of myself and point out deficiencies in products. People don't typically question something they've already clearly seen. Reaction is the most basic genetic and automatic response instinctively triggered by any change. Any kind of change and difference activates the reaction mechanism. Reaction is an evolutionary force designed to protect individuals and groups from dangers. However, a person can move beyond reaction only when they are sure the events are safe. The other day, I came across an example online of how resistance was neutralized in an advertisement, and I found it quite creative. The advertiser issued a warning like this: when you order this product, you have only two options. Option A, you'll receive the product and never use it. You might even return it because you're lazy. You won't use what's inside. Or option B, you'll receive the product, use it, and succeed. You'll make a lot of money and change your life. Laying everything out clearly fundamentally renders the instinctual reaction ineffective. What remains is acceptable resistance. By neutralizing resistance and reaction in this way, we can be more successful in communication and positively influence people's decisions. Step 5. Calming emotions and expected regret. If I buy this, I'll regret it. It's time to go back to the future. Here, you need to take people on a journey into the future and show them how they might regret their decision. But then paint a more likely scenario where your product or service meets their wants and needs. I, too, might have experienced understandable regret in the past for things I bought and left unused in the garage. Take people into the future, show them what could happen, and after showing them what else could happen, show them what is more likely to happen. You can tell them the most extraordinary possibility. You could become a millionaire, and then add, but what is more likely to happen is that you'll do quite well, use your knowledge, and make a few $100,000. Everything will go smoothly. Exaggerated outcomes help a lot with people who think realistically and don't have inflated hopes for themselves. Step 6. Carefully frame your offer. The mortality rate for surgery A is 20%. The survival rate for surgery B is 80%. Which surgery would you choose? Of course, B. But they are the same. The structure of a sentence affects people's lives every day. Think very carefully about how you frame your offer. If I say, 20% of people who buy this new gardening tool set will never use it, and leave it at that, what happens? No one will be convinced that the gardening tool set is useful. But what if I say, 80% of individuals who purchase this gardening tool set will use it and achieve tremendous success and wealth in their lives? This framing will lead to significantly more customers making a purchase. Remember, how an offer is presented directly influences people's perceptions and decisions. Frame your sentences carefully and capture people's attention. This is a critical step in effective communication and persuasion. Step 7. Solution proposal. Provide a solution that can achieve the desired outcome. First, suggest one or two alternative options based on distinct reasons, such as being too expensive or too cheap. Then, present your own choice and continue with the assumption that the person accepts it unequivocally. For example, consider that Staples wants to promote a specific printer in their colorful flyers to be distributed this weekend. They can place the image of the more expensive printer on the left side of the flyer. The printer they want to highlight can be featured prominently in the center with a large image. Additionally, they can include the image of a cheaper alternative in the bottom right corner. This strategy has been proven to increase sales. Step 8. Overcome existing barriers. Persuasive communication relies heavily on anticipating potential barriers. You should have thought about all the possible paths communication could take long beforehand. Solve all potential barriers in advance. Then, don't attempt to solve them quickly during the interaction, or you risk making the customer feel confused or foolish. Always be prepared for objections that might slow down the process. These objections are entirely normal. As you progress, it's essential to uncover the weaknesses of your product, thus identifying potential objections long before they arise. Are your customers not making similar objections? Like, "I don't have the money." Design your response in advance and know what you'll say. For example, "That's precisely why you should buy this product today. This product is exactly what you need to address that issue." 9. Keep asking until you get a yes. If people need to say yes to you, then make sure you're getting them to say yes. If they need to say no, make sure they're saying no more than they should. Hone your persistence. Know when your offer is right for your customer and keep going until you get a yes from them. But also, understand that sometimes saying no is just as important. Step 10. Then validate. Know that after people say yes to you, they will experience a few days of instant regret. This applies to a woman choosing a new man over an old one just as much as it does to selecting a different car over the one previously chosen. You need to validate their decision, but do it not immediately after the deal is sealed, but a day later. People are conditioned to feel regret about past purchases. Past mistakes are etched into their memories. This is a problem you need to solve. My friend Catherine was commenting on a sweater she had just bought. I complimented how nice it looked and asked, "Was it expensive?" She replied, "Yees." When I asked her how expensive it was, she responded, "Well, when you think about the cost per wear." She had resolved her feelings of regret and validated her own purchase. Having this is not worth a cup of coffee. Optionality comes into play at the decision-making stage. Be aware that it often arises and have tools to neutralize it. A congratulatory note sent a few days after the purchase of a product or service can go a long way in mitigating regret. I hope you found this model useful and that it helps you in your efforts to influence and direct others effectively. This 10-step model is a general framework written by Kevin Hogan. You can use these steps in different persuasion or direction scenarios using the same framework. The same titles and applications will apply in other situations, just as they do in sales. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with others who might benefit, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tips and insights. Leave a comment below if you have any questions or if there's a topic you'd like us to cover in future videos. Until next time, keep practicing and refining your skills. See you soon.